Well, I was walking down the street, feeling kind of neat, when the wind came out your butt and threw my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and threw my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes as my wig flew by. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and now it's somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt, threw my wig off. Baby, you drive like shit. Did you see that car that you almost hit? I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Oh, 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 oh. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Heard to think your tongue. Gotta let you know I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tell like a bitch. No, I ain't playing. I'm here to kick ass. Whoop that ass. It's time to punch face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a box like I'm cutting down hay. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive tip in his hand. His hand grew 10 times its normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if the bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpower to make a bitch listen and get her naked with X-ray vision. Keep a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, the pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a bitch slap. Slap. Come get your face down. Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what?
All right, YouTube fam. I am your host, Kenny Jackson. Yes, yes. Welcome back. Glad to have you in the building one more again. And I am here with you. Come on in, sit back, relax, join me, get your popcorn, get your wine, have a seat, stretch your legs out, and let's check out the content. Hope that you enjoy. Please like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate you. Tonight, we have a video going viral. And it's in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Just happened a couple of days ago. Young man riding his bike and was unalived by the police department. So I got a little coverage here. Like I said, this is something that just happened a couple of days ago. Video is going viral. I was just informed about it here recently. So with the best material that I can pull up, that's what I'm going to use for now. All right, so give me a second to add this content to the stage. And we're going to check out what we can.
And we're going to start with, I believe, the in-car camera video. I was wrong. Sorry. This is body-worn camera video.
Stop reaching, man. You're going to get shot. Oh, he's got a fucking gun. He's got a gun in his hand. Let him go. Let him go. Drop the gun. Drop the gun.
This next video will be that same canine officer, but it'll be the perspective of his in-car camera system.
Okay, so right here, we're basically showing the same video again. This is from the inside body cam. And then I have one more that should be a little bit more in depth that we can check out here in just a few.
Stop, please, stand
All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and play this back one more again, full screen, so we can get the full view and content of, what we just talked, and then we'll go over step by step, piece by piece. All right. So just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to rewind that back, take that back just a tad.
After the fact to move him off of the handgun and secure that handgun. We didn't get to those videos to get to redact them and process them in time for this meeting, but we know that there's probably dozens of officers that have that sort of video evidence that we'll be sharing with you guys in the future.
These three things could make car accident victims feel pre-accident again. Number one, don't deal with insurance directly. They're not on your...
And we're going to start with, I believe, the in-car camera video. I was wrong. Sorry. This is body-worn camera video.
All right, so right here, y'all, the officer is running behind the man, driving behind him, following him while he's riding his bike. So the first question is, why are you pulling this man over on a bicycle? What is the purpose of you stopping him, interrupting him, interfering with him? Why do you feel the need to stop this man riding his bicycle in the first place? There's no necessary traffic laws going on that effect. And even so, he was in a residential neighborhood. So you explain to me, why do you feel the need, and his family, of course, number one, first thing first. Why did you feel the need to stop this man and interfere with him, interrupt him, and stop him on a bicycle? Please explain yourself, officer. We'll continue to watch the content.
What? Get on the ground! Hands up! Look, hey, show your hand! He's reaching!
Next step, next violation. The man is on a bicycle. You feel the need to stop him on a bike. Okay, but why is the K9 attacking him? Why are you releasing and loosing this K9 out of control? Because you know they train their animals and stuff. They are officers as well, quote unquote, as an animal. So they're fully well equipped and trained to do exactly what the officer commands them to do. So why do you have your K9 going loose and wild? All because this man did not stop on his bicycle when you hit your lights and got behind him. That's step number two. Answer yourself. Okay, let's see what's going on.
I need you to run us right up. Run us right up. I got the dog. Dog's good. Hey, dog's right up. Stop reaching, man. You're gonna get shot. He's got a fucking gun. He's got a gun in his hand. Let him go. Drop the gun. Drop the gun.
Okay. And so we see, we're going to go back just a tad. Right here. Where you see the officer is drawn out. The quote unquote suspect, now the victim, is on the ground. The K9, when he was released buck wild and loose out of control, as we witnessed on the video, he bit the victim in his face while he's laid down on the ground. So he was attacked by the K9, violently bitten in the face multiple times. You know, we see that at least about 3 bites. Now the officer is already drawn out right here. And I'm going to hit play again so we can recap what just happened.
Hey, show your hand! He's reaching! Grab his right arm. I need you to grab his right arm. Grab his right arm.
Right here. Hold up, wait a minute. So the K9 is attacking. Now, we don't have a full view, but I am going to show another little content material that I could pull the best I could right now, because again, this just recently happened, so it's real new, and this is pretty much all that's been the public has access to at the moment. Okay. But in the other content that we are going to look at, right? The canine, again, what I just stated a minute ago, is attacking the young man. He's biting him in his face. So while the canine is biting him in his face, there's another officer standing on the other side by the canine. We can kind of see his leg right there, right? The officer who originally stopped him, pulled him over, or was chasing him with his lights and sirens on and followed him all the way home while he ride his bike, right? He's already drawn out. We can see the content clearly. He's already drawn out his fire, his pistol, ready to attack. And this is before anything else happens, before anything else is seen or even accused of. This is the very next, before the next step occurs. This is what just happens. He's already drawn out, ready, aimed, and to fire. We're going to recap again. Y'all, let's just see where this finna go. Deadly shooting, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
I got the dog. Dog's good. Hey, dog's right on, right on. Stop reaching, man. You're gonna get shot. Hey, he's got a fucking gun. He's got a gun in his hand. Let him go. Let him go.
Before he says, stop reaching, man, you're gonna get shot. One officer, has got to kind of pulling him up by his shirt or by his arm, trying to pull him up as he's laying on the ground, just to get him to sit up upright position from the waist up, right? From the waist up. And the other officer is drawn out, waiting on him to blink wrong so he can fire. Then it's, hey man, you're gonna get shot. Stop resisting. You're gonna get shot. This is before the other officer makes the statement, he's got a gun. Y'all, this is way out of protocol, as we can witness here.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
I want to go
Next
back
video will
one
be-
more, just tag one more again.
Let go! Drop the gun! Let go! Drop the gun!
Give me 1 second.
I need you to run his right arm. Run his right arm. I got the dog. Dog's good. Hey,
With
dog's
his right arm.
right arm. Right arm. Stop reaching, man. You're gonna get shot.
He said, stop reaching, man, you're gonna get shot. Stop reaching, man, you're gonna get shot. So he tells his partner to grab his right arm. He said, I got the canine. The canine is good. So he done got the canine to kind of ease back. And right now they're just trying to arrest him, quote unquote. Quote unquote, put the handcuffs on him and arrest him. Again, the question is, arrest him for what? This man was riding his bike. Did you get a phone call against him? Was there a complaint? Did you have a warrant to go arrest him? This is a fresh case, so as the investigation further go along, we will, get confirmation and verification to see if any of that is true. But as of now, no, none of that is true, because the victim's family has came out and spoken as well, and none of that occurred. This was just a random thing where the man is just riding his bike, and the officer riding down the street and see him and hit his sirens and start chasing him for absolutely no reason. All right, if you don't stop reaching, man, you're gonna get shot. He's already drawn out, and as we see, he shoots him. The other officer says that he has a pistol on him. That's the victim, the man that's laying on the ground. DeQuan Johnson is his name. They're in Grand Rapids, Michigan. DeQuan Johnson. And the officer states that he was reaching for a pistol, and so that's why the partner felt the need to open fire.
He's got a fucking gun. He's got a gun in his hand. Let him go. Let him go. Drop the gun. Drop the gun. Let go.
This next video will be that same canine officer, but it'll be
Okay, so we saw that one, and this is the other one I would like to see if I can share real quick with us. Give me 1 second. Let's switch that up. All right. And I'm going to
Some viewers may find the content disturbing. Both videos show the final moments of an interaction between Johnson and two officers. We freeze the side-by-side before any shots are fired, but you can see in both versions there is a struggle. These videos exist online. Let's now walk through the narrative from both sides, starting with Grand Rapids Police. As an officer-initiated call. Once in the parking lot, officers deployed a police canine to try and take down the man in a non-lethal manner. But the struggle continued. You hear one officer say he's got a gun, and shortly after, shots are fired. Police say the man was taken to the hospital and declared dead Thursday morning. A handgun was recovered from the scene. The officers involved are on administrative leave per department protocol, and Michigan State Police is investigating. Now, in the video released by activists, you can see Johnson on the ground.
Okay, now right here, this is the actual cell phone footage. All right. So this gives us a different angle or aim and view to kind of a clearer view actually to see the full narrative. All right, of kind of how this occurred. I'm gonna go back just a tad, because we're going to find out just a little bit more information here shortly, but I want us to look at the content first, and then we'll reiterate. All right.
Shots are fired. Police say the man was taken to the hospital and declared dead Thursday morning. A handgun was recovered from the scene. The officers involved are on administrative leave per department protocol, and Michigan State Police is investigating. Now, in the video released by activists, you can see Johnson on the ground with the canine and officers above him. There is a struggle happening. Those who shared the video say this one shows what really happened.
We need accountability, full accountability, not only for the officers, but for their leadership, because their leadership is who spoke to this community and told this community a false narrative of what took place.
What are you seeing in that video?
What I'm seeing is a young man being executed by a police officer. That's what I see.
I saw.
Okay, and that is the victim's mother there, and the family talks during the press. Now, basically, what's going on here, to give you an idea, just step by step, illustration by illustration. DeQuan Johnson was riding his bike, as we see. They're out the blue. Grand Rapids police officer gets behind him in his car, hit his sirens, and follows him. We, to understanding this, finding out, are being told that DeQuan was on parole, and so that he had his pistol on him. So as we see in the video, when he's riding his bike, right, and he actually stops and pull up in the complex where he lives, he tried to keep going on in the house and go for the races. And that being because he had his pistol on him, and he is a parolee. He's currently was on parole at the time. Again, what purpose did the officers have to do an emergency stop on this man in the first place? So DeQuan had every right to go inside of his house if that's what he chose to do. He had every right to go inside of his residence, his home, about his business to the fullest. We see not only was this man violently attacked by the K9 dog, but he was unalive. Now, let's look at some codes and some laws here for the state of Michigan where this occurred at. And let's see, what, as far as parolees having pistols on them and being caught by law enforcement. So in other words, if the police find a pistol on you and you on parole, let's look at some of these laws in the state of Michigan. Now, we all got different common laws, state laws, depending on where you live in your state. But this occurred in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So we're going to check that out here. Give me just a second and click that. All right. We're going to, hold on a second. This. in just 1.23 seconds. This will be done. Hold on, that's what's taking me so long in the background. Got to get it uploaded. Okay. All right. Now, go to here to do it. Boom. All right. Boom. Boom. And boom. Okay. You have it here. So go ahead and read some codes that's on the screen. All right. And these are key points on Michigan gun laws and parole. Parole status. While on parole, you are still serving your sentence. Possession of firearm is direct violation of parole conditions. Okay. Now we're gonna go on down a little further. It says you have waiting periods for restoration. So you have a non-specified felonies. Rights can be restored 3 years after completing all conditions, fines, prison, parole. Then we have a specified felonies, which is violent, explosive, drug, etc. Rights can be restored after 5 years of completing all conditions. All right. Up here at the top, we have the section states, Michigan, section 750, 227B, Michigan legislature, and the section state that 2 years in prison for a first conviction. So in other words, the first time that you are on parole or maybe even probation, get caught with a firearm illegally, if that violates that, you can get up to 2 years, okay, sentence for prison. But state now, if it's a state charge and state laws is sentence different from federal. So that's a third of that sentence. So 2 years will actually be a third, not actually 2 years to complete that sentence. And then the second time, all right, that you get caught with a firearm by being on parole or on probation, it can go up to 5 years. All right, same thing, third of the sentence by state. And so, and after 3 years, you complying off everything, you get your rights back. And that's on certain felony cases and violent or drug cases can take up to 5 years to get your restoration or your rights back to carry a firearm, boat, and etc. All right, so I just want to go over little laws there. Again, so what is the officer's job? Let us evaluate. Even if DeQuan Johnson, if DeQuan had a firearm, what is your job? To restrain, to protect, and to serve life, not take life. It's to preserve life, not unalive life. Okay? Like, what is going on? You had backup there. You also, and the K9 is a backup as well. That is a quote unquote legal officer, the K9 dog. And so your job was to handcuff him, okay, detain him once he's physically detained, then explain to him why you felt the need to stop him in the first place and what was going on. And was there, because to our understanding, there was no phone call, there was no complaints by his parole officer, there was no complaints or warrants or charges or any prosecution against coming from his parole officer or any outside complaints by that. So there was no need legally, for legal purposes, for you to pull this man over. And due to the fact that he is on parole, right, you're supposed to address anything to his parole officer. That was the excuse that's being made. When in the press conference, the chief of police in Grand Rapids, Michigan, a superior over that officer, was questioned and asked why was he pulled over in the first place. They said because he was on parole. So what? In other words, you're admitting to singling out this gentleman because he's on parolee or he's on parole. That's your excuse for committing murder? Because that's exactly what your officers did in the line of duty. No excuses. So tonight, I'm Kenneth Jackson, here at School for Justice. Glad to have you joining me. Please, please share in your thoughts. Tell me what you think, what you feel. What do you see according to the law? Brutality all across the board. Brutality has to stop. Innocent lives are being destroyed. It's no different from the drugs with the D, the drugs out here in the streets. There is no difference. And you are held at a higher standard and more required of thee because of the position of authority. Y'all, let's do our job. Let's rise up. Let's stick together. Let's protest. Let's speak out. Let's use our voice. Let's use our power. And it is power in the pen to overcome abuse of authority. The job is ours. The job is on you. Until next time, I am your host, School for Justice. I'm glad to have you here with me one more evening. Thank you so much for joining in with me. You all, we can rise above the occasion. I would love to hear from you. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Until next time, let's live, love, laugh, and conquer police brutality. Thank you so much. Salute. Speak truth to power.